Hi, Sag. This is going to be your mid-January reading for 2022, the 12th through about the 16th or 17th of January. It's good primarily for Sun, Rising, Moon, Venus, or Mercury placement of Sagittarius in tropical astrology, but it could resonate anywhere where you have Sag in your tropical natal chart. It's a general message, though, so it might not resonate with everyone that watches. If this doesn't hit it for you, Sag, try watching readings on this channel for any other part of your chart. You could find valuable messages when you watch readings for other parts of your chart as well. If you want to book a private reading with me, the link to my website's down in the description below this video. If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Tarot. Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Right now, this is Soma Chandra Sagittarius. Sag, I've done a general Celtic cross, and I've clarified it out with one card. They wanted me to use a couple different oracle decks. You can apply this to any part of your life, but if you're looking specifically for a love message and you're new to this channel, you need to subscribe to my other channel as well. It's called Soma Chandra Libra. I do love messages for Libra and Sagittarius exclusively on that channel, but of course I read for you here every week. All right, let's get into it. I think that this is going to be a week that communication with other people is important, and I think it's going to be important for you to understand that being practical and being persistent is going to get you where you want to go in life, because it looks like you want stability very much. Astrology activations are the sun, so your sun sign, the way you express yourself and embody truth, you will be very focused on who you are as a person and self-expression, the way you embody your truth, living your truth, speaking your truth. There'll be a strong focus and a need for you to do that this week, as it is every day of your life. But this week in particular, mid-January in particular, also check out your Venus placement. That governs how we have relationships and also our relationship with the material plane. So check your Venus. It'll give you your strengths and weaknesses at this time with that part of your life. It's about giving and receiving love, finding value and seeing beauty, seeing the beauty in everything. I noticed this oyster is open and there is a pearl inside. The pearl is created through hardships and even pain. It's created out of an agitation. You may be realizing in the middle of the month that something beautiful has been created or is being created despite the difficulties it took you to get there. So you will find value. You will see beauty. Also, fixed energy is coming out for you. Stability and persistence is the thing. You need to be loyal and dependable at this time. You did come out as the Sun and the Knight of Pentacles in your final outcome, so I think that you're going to accept that. It might not be easy for you, but that's important. Your big challenge right now is to get into Earth energy, which is being persistent, patient, and practical. I have two cards that say persistent. So the middle of the month may be less dynamic than you prefer. Sagittarians have this, you're the King and Queen of Wands. You're highly creative people. You like kind of a magician, Knight of Wands, Page of Wands kind of energy. It's not that you're not comfortable with the Pentacle realm. You are. But you might feel a little annoyed that life isn't as dynamic as you'd like it to be, as impulsive as you'd like it to be. That's because you're trying to create a great work of art, one that is based on love, giving and receiving, one that you place value on. It's important to speak your truth about what's valuable to you as well, and explain to other people that you require stability right now. Be patient with me, be practical with me. I'm trying to be practical. I'm trying to be persistent so that I can be dependable and have stability in my life. I love that. I also see Leo down here. Some of you may have a Leo in your life. Animal totems for the week. 2 came out. So I was like, when 2 came out, I was like, okay, they want me to do kind of a 3-card reading with this. Fox and hyena. These are really cool animal totems. First of all, fox denotes being, both cards are cards of wit. Very much so. Fox is about being one step ahead of everybody else, being able to slip in and out of life carefully, almost with a magician energy. And your advice is to be the magician. And I have the magician at the bottom of the deck. Fox also makes a very good partner as well. But it is a person that at times can be led astray and distracted easily. You may experience some situations in the middle of the month where you feel a little insecure. You're going to have to decide how you deal with that. Foxes can be known to be dishonest when they are uncomfortable. It's a Gemini energy. Geminis teach us to be really good salesmen and be one step ahead of everybody else. He also has a pretty good detector for dishonesty as well. So this could conversely be someone that you're dealing with as well, where you think they're a great partner, but you think they may get distracted easily. Watch out for being easily distracted. Know exactly what you want. You may find yourself in some situations in the middle of the month where you have to be very strategic. And Fox would be a good energy for that. Hyena comes with a warning. First of all, Hyena has a fantastic sense of humor. You can be like, if it's pouring down rain, you'll be able to look around and go, well, at least it's raining outside. And that can take you far in life. But Hyena comes out when we use humor to mask something that's really bothering us. We pretend we don't really care. We laugh things off because we're often afraid of what people will actually think of what's important to us. When was the last time you really looked at your goals and told yourself that they were legitimately worth pursuing? Hyena asks us to do that and asks us to, yes, use wit and humor and strategy along with Fox, but you may feel somewhat insecure at different times in the middle of the month, and you may feel like you need to hide your true feelings. You don't have to laugh everything off. If it's not funny, it's not funny. If a joke bombs, it bombs. Also, if you're dealing with a person that you don't trust, don't pretend you don't care, because Hyena might do that. Okay, conversely, you might have a person in your life that's covering up their feelings and feeling like they aren't sure they can be committed at this time. A big challenge for you will be Mouse. Mouse wants you to look at the details without being a slave to them. So details are important in the middle of the month, but not at the expense of sanity, okay? When you are hyper-focused on details all the time, you might make everybody around you crazy. Also, you may be dealing with a person who is a bit skittish. Mouse is sort of at the bottom of the food chain. Fox is kind of right in the middle, but he can wiggle in and out of anything. You guys may be able to deal with some sticky situations in the middle of the month by being funny, because Hyena's a natural born comedian. You guys are actually pretty funny people. You throw a little Gemini in a Sagittarian's chart, whoo, they can make everybody laugh. So watch out for overthinking things, but at the same time, don't ignore details either. Yeah, that'll be important. In relationships, important relationships in your life, to include the relationship you have with yourself, I have confusion, then to epiphany, confessions, and mirror as at the bottom of the deck. I also have clarity, and I have vows underneath here. Okay, in a romantic relationship, you may feel, in any relationship, there could be some confusion. Check in with your partner this week, or people that are really close to you, people that you live with in particular, roommates, parents, children, a romantic partner. Somebody may have something to say, okay? Or you may have something important. You may have suddenly realized there's something you need to tell someone because they're confused. Maybe you've been confused. There could be some unsettling energy in important relationships, but it will lead to realizations and understanding and awakenings. This may prompt and cause some interesting dialogue with yourself and other people. Unexpected messages may come in, an unveiling, a justification. You may receive some information about a person or a situation that's really important for you that will clear up confusion. But when I look at mirror reflections, mirror clarity, and vows, somebody may be confused about the direction a relationship is going at this point, how committed you are. You're going to need to reflect upon your own thoughts and feelings, your own moral values and standards, your own goals before you can have productive conversations with others. But I feel like there's a chance to clear the air in some ways. If you can express yourself and embody the truth, you may need to tell a person, look, be patient with me. I don't want you to have to be the hyena and laugh things off. If it's not funny, it's not funny. I feel like there's potential for some important growth and development in relationships, but I also see a lot of personal development for you too, because I have the Queen of Wands and the Magician at the bottom of my tarot decks. So very, very passionate energy, very confident energy coming in for you, Sagittarius. The Queen is a person that creates an environment. A Queen of Wands is a person who may feel a little scattered sometimes. It's a person that also is an alpha and is rather demanding of attention, but that's because she or he have earned it. You may have someone that very much wants to manifest you into their life. or you're feeling like a divine manifester. You have a plan, you're feeling powerful, you know that you have to be the single catalyst for change, and you have a strongly defined sense of self. Conversely, you may be bringing someone towards you like that. And I really like it. It's a little scattered sometimes, Queen of Wands, but if you've got a plan, yeah, your magic wand is going to serve you well this week. So it would appear that you guys are looking for a bit of direction and need to be really smart in making decisions, but I like your actions. The overall reason for the reading this week is the Wheel of Fortune. That's at the center of everything. You are beginning to really understand the concept of time here. The Wheel of Fortune is about luck and fate and destiny, our cycles of karma as well as our cycles of dharma. Google those words so that you understand the difference between those cycles in your life. Anything could happen at this point. I think this is about the direction that your life is going, and it may feel somewhat up in the air with the Two of Pentacles because it's like, oh, what am I doing? Some of you are very busy. You're wondering how long you're going to be that busy. Listen to your emotions. Make sure you're prioritizing correctly at this time, because that's your challenge, is the Two of Pentacles. This could be a timestamp for you as well. What do the next 2 years of my life look at? It will be a balancing act for you, being able to balance everything out, a relationship, family, work, 2 jobs maybe, needing to make a practical choice. There may also be a lot of outside influences impacting your life right now that you don't have a lot of control with. The advice with the wheel is go with the flow. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're on top of the wheel, and sometimes you're going to feel like you're between the wheel and the road. Let go of old fixed patterns and allow for change. You have no idea where life and luck and your fortune and fate will take you, right? It might make you feel a little off balance, but it's a week of figuring out where you're going and why. Will it practically bring me expansion? I love that. Deep past, or what's driving you, is the World to the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you wrapped something up in order to bring something new in. I actually saw something with marketing here, because I have the Magician here twice and the Queen of Wands. I have the Star, I have the Sun, I have the World, which is often the World Wide Web for me, and the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you may have very recently done some promotion work on the internet, maybe an upgrade to a website. I see something about needing to, or recently offering packages, gift certificates for my entrepreneurs, sprucing up your social media presence as well. You may have also recently ended a contract or a job of some kind so that you could start a new one. Now you're wondering where to go from here. Always looking to the horizon line, eh, Sagittarius? Some of you are thinking about an engagement or a serious relationship. You definitely are moving into the new year feeling safe, protected, lessons learned, ready to plant new seeds that manifest into what? Abundance. You'll just have to make the practical choice about where to plant the seed long term, right? You do look a little confused though, because recent past and deep within, I have the 3 and the 2 of Wands. It's like, it does not matter what deck I use. The 3 of Wands just follows you guys around. Some of you have been kind of waiting for something to happen. Make sure you're doing everything you can to make your dreams come towards you. I see that you are looking for direction and wondering what's on the horizon line. You may be wondering how long you're going to have to wait for something and make something work as well. Focus on things that have full growth potential, and then pick the path that's most in alignment with your personal goals. You may have also recently backed up a little bit from a situation. Whoa, let me pull back. Before I start examining growth potential, you may have recently decided, well, I need to take a step back. Is this going to take me where I want to go? Is it practical? And does it have growth potential? And am I excited about it? Is there a mutual attraction between myself and this destination? It looks like there might be. Watch out for feeling overwhelmed, and allow for spontaneity and change as well. What you seem to be thinking about all the time is the Page of Swords and the 4 of Wands. If any of you have a child that's an air sign, you may be thinking about, first thing I heard was one of your kids needs a bigger room, big time. I saw a kid saying, I want a frog. Here I live in the East Coast, and we often have these front room over the garage. That's what we call that room. We call it a frog. One of your kids wants to move into the frog or the basement. Proceed with caution. They look young or teenager, maybe. That was the first message I heard. Some of you maybe need to get more information before you're willing to go spend time with someone or create a foundation in your life with them. Some of you are looking for a place to live as well. What you're thinking about all the time is, I'm open to learning something new. I need more information about something before I'm ready to invest here. And this may have to do with where you live. It may have to do with what's being built upon in a relationship. Some of you are also researching for a new office or a new home this week, wanting stability. I also see that you may get some invitations and you're like, I don't know about that. Don't be a wallflower, Sag. But I mean, I wouldn't go over there unless I really knew them a little bit better either. So, the choice is yours. Your action for this week, oh my, the Nine of Pentacles and the Lovers. Some of you do have Gemini in your chart, or maybe you're connecting to one. The Lovers is the tarot card of the year. 2022 is the year of the Lovers. I see you allowing yourself to be divinely guided to that which you feel love with, to that which you feel is a match made in heaven for you. You may feel as though you're coming into alignment with a partner or a lover, a job, a situation that feels really good for you. It almost feels like you have divine support here, feeling like you are focused on love, you are focused on harmony, you are focused on relationships that align with your morals and values. You're also working very hard on self-sufficiency this week. She's like, bitch, please, I'm amazing. Coming into alignment with something that's really good for you. You guys may find a place to live in the middle of the month that's got a really beautiful landscape around it. Keep looking until you find it. If it's a job or if it's where to live. Yeah, you are being guided. And I can see that you will be very focused on the Venetian energy of the Nine of Pentacles. You may care very much about the way you look, the impression you give others with that first house, the way you express yourself may come out in what you wear. You may spend quite a bit of time outside. In regards to diet and health, you are being encouraged to eat more fruits and vegetables, in particular on the crisp or raw side. It will be very good for your skin. Yeah. The way you see yourself right now is the Two of Swords and the King of Swords. Is there some air sign you don't want to talk to? Maybe. Or you have to make a decision about? Anyone can be the King of Swords. I love this energy. It would seem that you need quite a bit of information first before you make a choice about because the choice you make will affect stability and your future and where you go from here. You will feel the need to be a true master strategist this week. The King of Swords often will get the last word because he represents authority. He pushes emotion down and uses his brain to make a very smart choice. The details will be important. Try not to overthink it. It's very strong energy considering you're a mutable sign. I'm seeing more of a cardinal energy here for you as the King of Swords, Sag. Some of you do have a choice to make about an air sign or a person that's not showing you a lot of emotion. In turn, you feel like you will always need a minute in the middle of this month to decide what's the smartest choice for me. There will be times with 3 2s on the table that you are at a bit of an impasse. That's only because you want to make sure it's what's best for you. You'll get the information that you need. Get the information. Get the information and make the smart choice. You see yourself doing that. Hidden factors that you're not aware of that support you or advice for you. They told me very strongly that this was advice for you. And I think this is a factor that you are aware of. It's just your advice moving forward to the end of the month. The Ten of Wands, the Magician, and the Seven of Pentacles. Sag, you're very close to finishing something. Make sure you're delegating responsibilities to others right now. You may feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Ask yourself, why are you doing that? Do you prefer it or do you need help? It's also important to stick to your plan and be patient. If you have recently methodically set a plan in motion, you might be doing a lot of work on your own. You've invested quite a bit so far. Wait for the tree to bear fruit. You started this, you can finish it, and you might almost be there. Conversely, if this is a person around you, this person is really trying to manifest They're waiting for something to come through to fruition, perhaps with you, but they carry a lot of burdens and responsibilities as well, and you need to know that about them. You need to have some very important conversations with this person because there's some confusion and maybe some things need to be confessed. This person might have been the hyena energy around you if that wasn't you, Sagittarius. They might be pretending everything is okay and they've got it together, but the truth is there might be some things that they're keeping from you and they're waiting, okay? Try to clear up confusion here and be willing to cooperate if that's important to you. But the way you're going to be feeling, I really like where it goes, Sagittarius. The Chariot and the Star. My goodness, lots of major arcana here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. So very fixed energy, very much happening for you on a deep soul level in the middle of the month. Overcoming obstacles and challenges. You know that the GPS of your soul has to be turned on and you have to be accountable for your direction in life. You feel as though you will be victorious and you're feeling very driven. You're also feeling very, very hopeful. Some of you are thinking about travel. Good grief, Sagittarius are always thinking about travel. Traveling in their minds, traveling in their hearts, traveling in the 3D. I think that you are moving towards something that will bring you into alignment with your own soul. I feel like this upsurge and drive and personal energy for you and a happiness and a freedom. You are driven towards goals. You feel as though you are in alignment. Yes, you have some choices to make on how to get there, but your guides are saying, be prepared to work hard, have a plan, and be patient here with the 7 of Pentacles. It looks like you're on a track that's in alignment with your soul. You look like you know where you're going. And where you end is the Sun of Leo. You may have a Leo in your life. I have Cancer, I have Aquarius, I have Leo, I have Aries, I have fixed energy, I have the Jupiterian energy of the wheel, and Gemini. It's lucky and happy in the middle of the month. That's very good. You will feel very optimistic by the middle of this month. A lot of clarity too. This youthful, happy energy. Look at this naked little baby on the unicorn running through a field. There'll be a lot of clarity and happiness, but I clarified it because sometimes the Sun is just happiness. It can also be like a lighthearted foolishness sometimes as well, and not necessarily a committal energy. I wanted to know if this was an optimism or just the cold, hard light of day. Maybe a little bit of both. I clarified it with the Hangman of Pisces, the Wheel again, and the Knight of Pentacles. Sag, I think that you have come to a place of optimism as well as acceptance. I think that the middle of this month, you will see some things from a different point of view that might have been difficult for you to deal with up until now. You're realizing that you don't really know the future and you don't have control over anything else in the environment. You only have control over yourself. You're just going to ride this wheel and get into a nice, predictable, steady pace. Slow and steady wins the race. There will be times where things feel like they're at a standstill, but I think you're going to do a little bit more than make the best of it. I think you're like, okay, I can work with this. I can be happy and I can feel comfortable with the movement. Still hopeful for change. You may feel somewhat paused. You may feel like you can't really gallop outside of the castle walls right now, but it will be predictable. You know change is coming. You're going to make the best of maybe some difficult situations from time to time with the Hangman and be happy where you are with what you've got at this time. Optimistic, as ever optimistic, and being the Magician, which I love, the single catalyst for change. All right, Sag, that's your reading for the middle of the month. I hope it resonates with you and I hope it helps you. Don't forget to check out my other channel, Soma, Chandra, Libra. I have a love message up over there for you right now, and the link to my website to schedule a service with me is in the description below this video. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Sag. Take care. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.